So there's a YouTuber who's gained millions of views just by posting videos with no editing. And I find it really interesting to think about. So I want to deep dive into what we can learn from Mogul Mail. Now, take all this with a grain of salt. Obviously, I'm not a big creator. I might not know as much as the next guy, but I feel like I've been studying YouTube and studying big YouTubers enough to think that I have at least something worth saying. So there's that for you. I'm gonna go over the context, the things that stick out to me, what small creators could learn, and what big creators could learn. I don't know. Hopefully, there's something there. Anyway, the first exhibit is a person that is called Ludwig Ogren. He is a big creator. He's been in the game for a long time. He posts YouTube videos, he streams, and a few years ago, he created a channel called Mogul Mail, where he gives advice to viewers who can send in questions and all that stuff. But after a few videos, he quickly pivoted it to niche internet drama. And since then, the channel has been popping off, or the channel was popping off. He kind of stopped uploading, but that's a different story. Now, there's a lot more context to this channel, but that's like the core rundown of it. The big gimmick of this channel was that he could not edit the videos. He had to record them in one sitting, in one take. And the goal was to like just improve his overall speech and his ability to like say sentences and be confident and stuff like that. Now, the thing that strikes me the most is the fact that it's no editing, or very limited on editing, which to me tells me that it is a very accessible format for like new creators who maybe don't know the skills that you need for like a very high energy YouTube video, new creators who have the ability likely to sit down in front of a camera and just talk. And I think that opens up a lot of doors, and I want to talk about that today. Now, this could just be like a theory, but I went into a local Discord that I'm a part of, and I posted like my findings on there and asked for some perspectives, some advice, what people think. And I got some responses, I got some perspectives that I'll share with you in a second. But the summary of what I kind of put down in that Discord was that the videos were relatively successful because, one, the thumbnails and titles were very clickable. You'd want to watch them. Their relevance to the current drama and news, because he was posting these videos very quickly after like the drama happened and stuff like that. He's very consistent with the tone and style in these videos. Like all of them are just Ludwig sitting down at his desk and talking to the camera. And the fourth one is that Ludwig himself is just entertaining. He doesn't need to be edited in high energy stuff because he himself is just entertaining. And the big thing with that is that the ability to be entertaining is a skill that can be obtained. Anyone can obtain the skill to be entertaining, and it's probably a lot easier than maybe learning how to make a swipe effect on Premiere Pro. And being entertaining would probably be more effective than learning these effects on Premiere, if that makes sense. Now, the responses that I got in that Discord, not really what I was looking for, but it's okay. Because I want to be able to learn and grow. The responses were widely just the channel was successful because it was Ludwig, and I don't fully agree with that. I think it's very dismissive to just say the only reason the channel was successful was because it was just Ludwig. Like, people were going to watch the channel anyway because it's Ludwig. And I don't disagree that Ludwig being who he is, like his status, his reputation, people will click on the videos regardless. But the thing is, that doesn't mean like every video is going to do good. He still has to put out good videos if he wants people to watch. And Ludwig, being who he was, has a massive head start over someone doing this format and just starting out as a new YouTuber. So I think it's kind of unfair to say that. And the thing is, like, just the videos were good. Ludwig is a very good content creator. It's not that he just kind of posted whatever. He still applied his knowledge and skills to these videos. So even if someone was clicking on these videos who didn't care about Ludwig, they would stay and watch because the video was just that good. He even made in one of his videos, he even showed in one of his videos that the majority of the viewers on Mogul Mail don't watch the main channel. They just don't. They like the Mogul Mail stuff better. And so these things I find really interesting. The barrier to entry is much lower when it comes to editing, allowing new people to get into that field without having to worry about it. So like a new creator could come in and they can grab a screenshot. You've seen the channel. they're just screenshots and pictures and fake tweaks. Anyone can make these things, and obviously it's a skill to learn this kind of style. But I think it's a lot easier than say a Mr. Beast thumbnail, if you get what I mean. So all that to say, the barrier to entry is much lower. And secondly, a lot of big creators, they try to make new channels and they try to start new projects, and they try to pivot their channels and end up just failing, or they don't get the views they once did. Because for one, sure, people watch because it's the big creator, but at some point people stop watching if the content's not good enough. The content was good enough on Mogul Mail for people to continue watching day in and day out. And I think that's the core of what I'm trying to say here. And there's one example that I want to bring up. His name is Voidzilla. He's CoffeeZilla, but this is his other. His real name is CoffeeZilla, but this is his other like alt channel. And a lot of these videos are very Mogul Mail-esque. Like it's all him sitting down and talking in front of the void. And as you can see, like it's very Mogul Mail-esque. The videos are also very simply edited. There's not a lot going on. It's just him talking, and then it'll cut to like a web page or something like that. And the videos, as you can saw right there, got millions and millions of views. So the format works. The format does work for different people. But obviously, these creators are already very talented and skilled. And I'm not saying that someone with 0 subs can do this and immediately get 1 million views. I would argue that they would grow faster than someone who maybe isn't doing that kind of thing. Now, I have one last example, and that is my own channel. A few years ago, I posted a video that is basically a one-to-one ripoff of a Mogul Mail video, and I'm going to pull it up right here, where I sat down the entire time and talked in front of the camera, and I copied the thumbnail essentially of a Mogul Mail video. I copied the very copy paste title of the PvZ Heroes Drama is Wild. Like the something drama is wild. It's a very copy and paste title, and it became the most viewed video on my channel. Again, it was about a relevant topic. There's a lot of drama happening in that community in the community at the time. The thumbnail and the title was interesting, and obviously it only got like 8.9K views. But because it's the most viewed video on the channel, I think that really said something to the format of this kind of video. And look, the video is still pretty bad. I would go back and do it again if I could. But the fact that this was so successful told me a little bit something. The fact that this was successful told me a little bit of something. All that to say, look, these are my final thoughts. If I were to sit down with a new creator and talk to them about what they wanted to do, I would suggest to them Mogul Mail because of the simplicity and the low barrier to entry, and only if they wanted to pursue that direction for their channel. But I would still recommend it because of how easy it is. And I don't know, man. This is just me rambling at this point. What are your thoughts? Did I make sense at all? Did I forget anything? And look, I get it. Maybe I don't know anything. Whatever. I'm stopped. I'm done. Let me know. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. I'm gone. Okay, bye.